In this video, I'm excited to showcase Spice AI's integration with Amazon's newly announced S3 Vector service. S3 Vectors provides vector-native object storage with built-in similarity search APIs. At Spice, we've partnered with AWS to integrate S3 Vectors into Spice, providing an intuitive SQL interface to query and search vector embeddings across enterprise data sources. Now let's see that in action. I've navigated to spice.ai, which is the cloud portal where you can run hosted versions of the Spice compute engine for free. I'll log into the portal, and now that I've logged in, I can see that I'm in my S3 Vectors demo app, which I'll be using for the showcase. I'll go over to the code tab to actually show the configuration of this Spice instance. We've configured in a connection to a dataset for Nginx vulnerabilities. We've also accelerating that dataset to make the queries fast. And then we've also configured a connection to the S3 Vector service. And so because of this connection, when Spice is computing the embeddings for a column within this dataset, it'll actually push those embeddings on indexing time when the Spice instance starts up into the S3 Vector service. And at query time, which I'll show in a bit, it'll actually query S3 Vectors to get the results back. Down here, we can see we have an embeddings model, which is an Amazon Bedrock model, which we'll be using to generate the embeddings from the plain text. And then here we have the column configuration, where we can say that we're wanting to embed the vulnerability data column using the Bedrock model. And then we've also got a few other columns that we want to include within the S3 Vectors index as well. And here we'll show a query connecting to S3 Vectors and doing the vector search. So here I'm calling a function called vector search, which is taking this table, the Nginx vulnerabilities, as an input, and then also this search query. And so what Spice will do is it'll convert the search query term using the embedding column that we defined in the SpicePod YAML. It'll convert that into the vector dimensions. It'll send it to the S3 Vector service to do a query and do a similarity search, and will return the 5 most similar results to this insecure CLS. So what we would expect to get back is basically results related to vulnerabilities where Nginx had some sort of issue with TLS. So we'll go ahead and run this query. And we see we've got 5 results back. And if we go take a look at this top result, which should be the most relevant, we can actually see that indeed the service TLS certificate is not verified. And so that kind of shows that the similarity search is working as we expect. And we can see that we're getting sub-second query on this data set. And so yeah, just like that in Spice, with just a few lines of YAML code, you can connect over to your enterprise data sources. You can configure connection to S3 Vectors. Spice will automatically manage the indexing lifecycle and the query lifecycle, all within an intuitive SQL interface. Thank you.